Welcome back to What's Cooking My Foodies. I'm of course your host Patricia Kutsia. Today we have a very unique and special episode because our guest was not sourced from outside the kitchen. Instead, we decided to welcome one of Kitchen 82's very own in here to cook with me and talk a bit more about what happens in this beautiful kitchen and what you can do in this kitchen. But before we go ahead and meet her, we just like to thank Kitchen 82 for hosting us and also Make Sure for sponsoring this episode.
Hi friends!
And we're back, and as I promised you, in today's episode we're going to learn all there is to know about Kitchen 82. And I felt it's only appropriate that we asked one of Kitchen 82's very own to shed some light on what you can do in this beautiful space. So without further ado, welcome to her own kitchen, Miss Loretta.
Thank you for having me.
I am so happy that you can join me today. I'm excited to learn about your role in Kitchen 82 and also just for our viewers to find out what they can do in the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, but before we dive into what we're going to be making today, can you please just tell our viewers more about who you are and what it is that you do at Kitchen 82?
All right. Thank you so much. My name is Loretta Hochobes, but the Hochobes surname is I'm married into a Hochobes family. So my original surname is Isis. I came to Kitchen 82 in 2022. I came in, the kitchen wasn't the way it was. They renovated the place, so they could open up this place for trainings and all those different things that a person can do in the kitchen. Baking classes, cooking classes, and all those. And then I started here with Karen Kirsten.
Okay.
Yes, she was the manager here. So it was just the two of us in the beginning. So basically everything that you're seeing here, I basically packed out everything, cleaned everything, and so on.
Okay.
Yes. And then she was the chef here. She was the manager here. So I learned quite a bit of skills from her.
Okay, that sounds
Unfortunately,
awesome.
she's not with us. She got a new job. And she worked with us until December last year. And since January, it has been me and my colleague, Viola.
Okay, well, we see you guys here every day behind the scenes.
Yes.
So it was only high time that our viewers also get to meet the lovely ladies that make it possible for us to film What's Cooking every single week here. Well, Loretta, before we dive into this, can you tell our viewers what you decided to make today?
Okay, so I decided to make my favorite. I really love spaghetti with mince. That's something I would do.
It is a very basic dish, but at the
is.
same time, it's such a common, delicious, easy, quick thing to make.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I think it's the perfect dish while we dive into what it is that Kitchen 82 does. So, I am your assistant chef. Our viewers know this, and I think you've overheard me say that a million times. I am just here to assist you in the kitchen while you take the lead in cooking. Like you said, you learned a lot of skills from a really, really amazing chef. So I'm just here to follow in your footsteps, basically.
Okay.
So I am assuming I'm going to be grating our cheese while you chop the onions.
Yes.
While we're doing this, can you tell us how has your journey been so far? Like, is there a highlight point for you when it comes to thinking back at your years here at Kitchen 82?
I didn't think I would stand here without my previous boss, Karen. It was difficult for me when I found out she's leaving. I thought, oh my goodness, what's going to happen now? How am I going to do this? And fortunately, I have another boss as well, Marnai. She also runs the place. She's our direct boss now. So for me, I am enjoying what I'm doing. I love cooking. It's not that I went to school
Yeah,
to
it's
learn.
just a passion.
It's just a passion. Yeah, I just love making food.
But luckily these days you don't really need the tertiary education to do what you have a passion for. It's all about the experience and the love you have for what you do.
Yeah, exactly. I before I came to Namib Mills, I worked at a lodge in Kunene, that side of Coricas. I worked there. I did housekeeping. I did waiter. Yeah, I was a waitress there, and I also helped out in the kitchen.
Okay, so the kitchen was just a part of your blood now. It's your
Yes.
DNA.
Yes.
Before we continue, can I steal your knife? Because I'm
You're
fighting
welcome.
with this block of cheese and
All
it's just not happening right now. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
So you did mention that in Kitchen 82 you guys do provide cooking classes, baking classes, and of course you've been here for about more than 2 years now, if I can say that.
Yes.
In these 2 years, is there a class or a session that you could take a part in? Were you ever a part of one of the classes?
In the beginning, when I came here in 2022, maybe was it? Let me see. There was a baking class that was done from the side of Accra. People from Accra did a class here. A lady did a class here. So her first class, I think I joined in the class. She was baking cakes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you're a cake baker as well.
So
now we know.
I tried. I tried really. Yeah.
Well, on Kitchen 82, we've had a few pastry chefs, we've had a lot of bakers here, and a lot of them always say that the kitchen is all about experimenting. There is no right way or wrong way to do something. So the fact that you tried to bake a cake, I think you can take out the word try and say you baked a cake.
Yes. Yes.
Because whether it wasn't the same as everyone else's, cakes are unique, baking, cooking is unique, so there's no right or wrong way to do it.
No, there's no right or wrong way to do it. You just go with the flow. Sometimes you think you'll follow a recipe, but you end up doing your own thing.
Yeah, the recipe just
Yes.
becomes unique to you.
Yeah, you
and
just end
everything
up
that you
doing your
do.
own thing. So just go with the flow. Put in whatever you can. And then at the end of the day, it's how the dish comes out.
Yeah, and how
Then-
proud you feel about your end product.
Yes.
Yeah. So in all of the cooking classes that you either were a part of or that you witnessed, seeing people come into the kitchen, what was the most interesting thing you've seen people make?
Oh, sorry.
I know
This
the onions.
Oh, now I'm just gonna cry now. Okay. What was the interesting thing?
Or let's
was
say
interesting?
something that just a dish or something that they baked that just stood out to you. It just captivated you.
Let me get back to my boss, my previous boss, Karen. She loved baking, or she loves baking. So she's actually how does one call it, the chefs that just do baking?
I think it's a pastry chef.
pastry chef.
If I'm not mistaken, viewers, you can
Yes.
help me in the comment section if I'm wrong. But I
Yes.
think it's a pastry chef.
Yes, I think she loves that, and she did a very good job at baking cakes, cupcakes, whatever. So that when she's doing icing,
Okay, the
the
decorating,
decorating
basically.
part, oh, that's one thing I want to learn.
How to decorate the
yes,
cake.
yes,
Yeah,
that
'cause-
stood out for me because I would just see it on TV or yeah. But now I had first-hand experience here.
Yeah.
I saw it with my own eyes how she did it, and that's one thing I want to learn.
Great, because I know it's quite difficult. We did
is.
in the kitchen, we have done a few decors with cake and icing, and you really need to be creative and have the skill to be able to do those different shapes and
Yes,
colors.
exactly.
So yeah, I understand why you'd be fascinated by it. I am
Yes.
fascinated by it all the time when I see these TikTok videos of these things.
Yes.
It's really interesting. But viewers, don't go anywhere. We have just started the conversation, it's just warming up. We will be right back after this break. And we are back. We finished chopping our onions and grating our cheese, and now we're going to make our mince. Loretta, can you tell us a bit more about what you're going to be putting into the mince?
Okay, now I'll be putting in tomato relish. I'll put in oregano, salt and pepper, a bit of tomato paste, and a bit of garlic. So for the garlic, for the tomato paste and the tomato relish, it has like a strong taste. So
Okay.
that's why you have to add a little bit of sugar into it.
I was
just to
wondering
bring
where
down-
the sugar is coming from because
Oh.
there's no curry. Usually, when you make a curry, something you put in the sugar
Yes.
to balance the spice. But I was like,
Yes.
there's no curry. What's happening? Okay, but now we know. If we want to balance that strong taste of the relish and the tomato
Yes.
paste, sugar
Yes.
is your friend.
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, you can get started with.
All right, we'll need a little
oil.
bit of olive oil.
Of course.
Switch over.
Okay. There
So
are your
once the
onions.
oil is hot enough, we can add our onions. You can. I really don't mind whichever way you do it. You can either add your onions first, or you can add your mince first. So you add
Okay.
your mince, you brown it, and then you add your onions.
Because
So you
that's the
just-
order you do it in.
Yes,
I
I
usually
just-
like to brown my onions and
Exact.
garlic first and then throw in.
Oh, okay. No, there's no right or wrong way.
But like I said, it's
but-
you're the head chef. I'm just here to follow your lead. Like
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna do whatever you feel comfortable doing today.
All right. Okay.
So, if you don't mind me asking, we've heard about what has been taking place in Kitchen 82. We heard that there was remodeling that happened before you came on board, so you saw the new space. Can you share us, if you're allowed to, what are the future plans for Kitchen 82? What is Kitchen 82 looking into doing to expand or to attract more people?
Sure. I really don't want to go into so much detail.
Okay, it's
But
fair.
with our, like the previous boss I told you about, Karen, she had a plan to open the kitchen also for the public as well.
Okay.
Yes. So we would have opened this year, I think, for the public to also come and buy lunch and
Okay.
some snacks.
Okay.
So unfortunately, we could not do that since she resigned. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that if we get a new manager here, we can still
Do that.
do that.
Okay, that would be pretty awesome that the public can just step in and also see what happens in this kitchen.
Yes.
So can you take us through the process of if I want to, let's say, invite a few close friends for a cooking class. I'm not a professional chef, but I really just want to spend time with my friends in such a way. How would I get that opportunity to do it in Kitchen 82? What is the procedure to be able to do that?
Okay. So previously we would advertise cooking classes and baking classes, and then you would send us an email, and she would answer, and then you'd book your day that you want to come. And she was the one doing the cooking and the baking class with
Okay.
with the people that wants to learn how to cook or how to bake. But there are also other people that just booking the venue to have a baking class or a cooking class. So they come with their own group of people and they do their thing here.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can rent it out for a baking class or for a cooking class.
Okay, I
Yes.
think What's Cooking should just do that one day. Invite like everyone on the What's Cooking team, and we just have like a nice bake off. You know, maybe invite Kitchen 82,
Yeah.
Kitchen 82 versus What's Cooking. Let's see how
Yes.
that goes.
We did team building. We do also team buildings. We do children's parties. We do adult parties. We had wine and paint nights also.
Okay.
In winter, we did that. We would get an artist here to teach the people painting, and we would give them wine with some food they
Yeah.
want to eat or something. Yeah, we
Like a little
did-
bit of, cheese, crackers, the
Yes.
usuals that goes with wine tasting.
Yes.
That sounds pretty awesome. I didn't know you guys was like expanding in such a manner. And I do see that the paint and sips are becoming really popular, especially in Windhoek. So the fact that Kitchen 82 is diving into that, it's really, really awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we did that. We do catering for outside, like especially internally. We cater for meetings here at Namib Mills, outside there at Namib Poultry and so on.
Okay.
Yes. we
So
also do
those
that.
teas and coffees that we see at the corners when we attend meetings, that's you guys with the little snacks.
Where is that now?
I'm saying if we would go to a meeting and we see the teas and the coffees and the snacks on the side, that would be your hard work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and we also do internal meals.
Okay.
Yes, we do meals every day, and the internal staff order, and we sell it to them. Just get
Alright.
an income for the kitchen as well.
Well, that you guys are quite busy. You have a lot on your hands, and that's really awesome to see how diverse Kitchen 82 really is. But I think our oil might be getting a little
Exactly.
too hot right now,
Alright,
and we don't
so-
want that.
Okay. Now I'll add my onions.
I love that sound
No,
of
it's really
anything sizzling. It's
exactly.
just the sound.
Alright.
Yeah. So can you tell us more what the day-to-day looks like for you? Like any regular Tuesday, what does it look like for you?
Any regular
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
cooking. I cook every
all
day.
day.
All day.
Well, it sounds like
We
the
cook
dream
both.
job, honestly.
Yes, mostly from morning to 1 o'clock it becomes very busy. So we are cooking from morning to 1. We give out our lunch meals at 1 to 2 o'clock. And then afterwards we just find something else to do. We also bake cookies here.
Okay.
Yes, we bake cookies for meetings and for the internal staff as well. They come to buy cookies here. So those are part of the things that we do.
And if I want a batch of cookies, am I allowed to purchase?
If we have them, you can purchase, yes.
Okay. Okay, guys. So next time, if you see me walking out of here with like a bunch of cookies, just know she sold them to me.
Yes.
But do not move anywhere. We are gonna finish up this, and hopefully we can dish up. So when you come back, we can see the end product. And I will be honest about how it tastes because she did get cooking tips from a professional. But I'm sure it will be delicious. But don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Okay viewers, we are back and we're at my favorite part. We dished up our food for today and we're about to taste it. But before we dive into tasting this, I can already smell it. You know, even the onions smelled good. We know that this came from a trained hand, okay? So I expect great things when I eat this meal. But before we do continue, I just wanted to find out a little bit more about who you are and exactly what Kitchen 82 means to you. Like we all know that as we're younger, we all have these dreams of becoming astronauts, doctors, rock stars, you name it. We all had dreams, but at the end of the day, reality does sink in and you find yourself in a place where you never thought you'd be. Can you just tell us more about initially what was the dream and how you actually ended up here and what it means to you to be a part of the Kitchen 82 family?
Let me just say, I've always just loved making food. That's one thing. And I wanted to be a model, mind you.
Well, you have the face
Yes.
for it. So
I wanted to be a model. When I finished school, I went to a modeling school.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I went there for a year, I think, or a few months. Was a year?
Almost a year.
Almost a year.
Yeah.
Yes. Unfortunately, that modeling school also closed. So from there, I met my husband, and then I decided, no, let me just step back. So basically, I stopped modeling, and then the passion was still there for food. So at least that was one thing I was going forward with.
Yeah, something that you still
Yes,
had.
something that I still had, yes. But about myself, I'm an introvert. Should I say introvert? I just love being by myself.
Yeah.
I enjoy my space. I really enjoy my space. I enjoy staying home. If I have to go out with family, spend my time with family. I don't have a lot of friends. So I just feel it's not really necessary for me to have like a whole world full of friends.
They
For
say
me,
the smaller the
Yes.
circle, the better.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
So, yeah, food has always been something on my heart. My grandma used to make good food, May her soul rest in peace. My mom, my godmother,
Yeah.
yes, she also had a thing or two there.
They could cook it up in the kitchen, you know.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, they always
was-
have this thing. I know when I go back home, I'm from the coast, and it's usually family gatherings, you know, where everyone comes around your grandmother's house or your dad's house, and just
Yes.
family everywhere. The aroma in the house, whether it's a potjie or they're having a braai or it's
Yes,
like
yeah.
like a stove meal being made, you can, the smell in the air, you can just smell that. No, this is home food. This is, I love that smell and I miss that smell.
Exactly. And then, to my luck, my husband also loves making food.
Okay.
Yes. So he, even if I'm not there, he will.
He'll take the lead in the
Yes.
kitchen. Yeah.
Yes. That I think he got it from his mom because she also loves making food. So I got into a family that also loves making food. So
Yeah.
it's just food around me. So I get to
Okay.
experiment. I get to see other people making food
Yeah.
and also get a few tips from the-
Inspirations and tips. Yeah, that
Yes.
sounds amazing. But let's not wait any longer.
Alright.
We have some cheese, and is this the basil?
No, that's parsley.
Parsley. Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to, as we like to choose,
Yes. Just sprinkle a bit on it.
decorate
Yes.
our food. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
just to bring
dig
out that color
in.
with the green and with the
With
white cheese.
Okay, let's dig in and taste this basic but most commonly delicious, easy, quick meal of
Yes.
some spaghetti and mince.
Months. Yes.
Great, so let us dive in. You can go first. This cheese is really white. What type of cheese is this? This is really white cheese, guys.
That's Parmesan cheese.
I have never seen cheese this white. I'm on a cooking show, but I've never seen cheese that's this white before.
Yeah, no, that's Parmesan cheese. You mostly also use it to decorate your food, garnish with it. So it
Okay.
has that. You can see the difference it brought now to the
And now it
plate.
looks like a cuisine. It is not
Yes.
just food.
Yes.
It's a cuisine. Okay, guys. Well, now the moment of truth. Let us taste the food. My dad
Please
hates
taste and let me know.
hates mixing food. He hates it.
Yeah, no.
But I don't know another way to eat it, especially spaghetti.
Oh,
You
that's a
have to
tough
mix
one.
it.
You have to.
Because now I'm like trying it my dad's way and it's not giving me
It's
a lot
not.
of spaghetti.
Yes.
It's just not giving me what I want. Okay. Am I winning this battle? No. Okay, it's coming up. Okay, here we go.
You're getting it.
I like it. You can kind of still taste the relish, but the taste of the relish isn't so dominant. And I think it's because of the sugar.
Yes.
So the sugar does do its job. And I really like this.
Yeah.
I know
So
my
it's-
viewers know me by now. I'm not going to eat this whole thing on screen
Yes.
because I'm a messy eater. And this is spaghetti, guys. Spaghetti gets messy. I'm going to eat this off screen.
Yes.
Just let me taste the mince because the mince is actually really good, guys. This mince is good. Let me just take a happy. So before we go off screen and we finish the rest of our food, because this is honestly really delicious, as basic as I may say, this is a basic dish. You can still be creative with a dish like this.
Exactly.
You know,
Yes.
whether it's with the decorations or with your sauce or your spices, as basic
Your
as it
veggies,
is.
you can add.
Exactly.
You can go all out.
So it can be a basic dish or it can be a really unique
Yeah.
dish. So I love what you did with the relish. I like the way the sugar just blends in with everything. But before we go off screen and we eat the rest of this delicious meal, for our viewers out there who maybe want to reach out to Kitchen 82, you know, come for a cooking class or, you know, just get to know more about what they can do in this space, where can they reach out to Kitchen 82?
You can go on our Facebook page. We have a Facebook page on about Kitchen 82. You can just call if you find I think there should be a number there. You just call, or you bring yourself over here to Kitchen 82, and then we'll give you all the information you want.
Great. Well, I am sure our viewers can't wait to find out more about Kitchen 82. I had so much fun cooking with you and learning about this beautiful space that we are always invading every week.
Yes.
And from What's Cooking, we also just like to say thank you for hosting us. We really do appreciate the effort you and your team put in to make sure that the space is available for us and it's always clean when we get here. We always have everything we need, and you guys are always here to help us out if we forgot an ingredient or two, you know.
Yes.
Always there to help. But it was so much fun. Thank you again for being here on the show. We are going to go off screen now. We're going to finish this meal. But for our viewers out there, thank you so much for watching this episode. You heard it from the woman herself. Do not hesitate to reach out to Kitchen 82 or come and pay a visit to them. I'm sure they would love to see you guys and answer all the questions you might have. But from this host and our beautiful guest, it is goodbye for now.
All right.
Well guys, that brings us to the end of yet another fun episode of What's Cooking. I don't know about you, but I just saw how a basic dish like mince and spaghetti can be turned into a cuisine, like I said before. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had too. But don't forget that we're also on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We also upload all our episodes on YouTube if you've missed a few. And catch us every Sunday at 7:30 on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25. From your host, Patricia Kutsia, it is goodbye for now.